it takes a mature ego, a mature person to be able to do those things, to admit you're wrong, to ask for forgiveness. There's tons of people I know that will never do those things under any circumstances.
And I mean, I threw the word out there, but it's not an easy word, humility. Like,
Yeah.
this is the thing, like humility has to be part of the picture. And humility is not I think people don't understand humility. Like, humility is acceptance of our imperfections.
Yeah.
And it's acceptance of what is. Like, I do some things great and I do some things terribly. And like, I remember recently I had an argument with my brother, and we hadn't seen each other in a while. So we were together in the same room, and it kind of escalated. Yeah. And at one point we were like yelling at each other. Mm-hmm. And he's like, what? He said something like, look at how you're talking to me right now. That's not appropriate. You think this is okay to be talking to me? And I'm like, no, it's not okay for me to be talking to you like this. I am not acting appropriately right now. I am sorry. I need to calm down. I'm going to walk out of this room and take a breath. I walked out of the room and I took a couple breaths and I got myself together and I sat down, and he's like, I do not want to fight like that anymore. And I'm like, neither do I. And he's like, boy, are you just calm now all of a sudden? And I was like, I'm getting there. I need a few more breaths, but I'm getting there right now. It's like just raw awareness and authenticity. Like, I'm a psychologist. Like, this is my professional life. This is my expertise. And I'm not getting it right all the time. When I'm talking to my family, my brother, my wife sometimes, my kids sometimes, I make mistakes.
Absolutely.
So like, it's such a waste of time to pretend like that's not true.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like, a lot of people are just wasting their time.
Yeah. And if you just own it, and then you can start to build in and work on it, and also build around yourself that accountability. Cause that's building that accountability around you, because that's one of the big things I've realized to try to nurture in organizations. What I've found as a leader, and a lot of times, is I never get feedback the way I want it or when I want it. And like, even starting to cultivate gratitude, though, like your initial impression is gratitude. Because I very rarely, it's like, you'll get somebody who'll come in and I get a lot of people, not a lot of times, but particularly when I preach difficult conversations or preach difficult concepts, sometimes the feedback you'll get, in a way, it's like person will trigger some of your insecurities. And it's like, you have to work against that. Like, you have to show that gratitude and build that in. But it's so fascinating.